Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Brecon Beacons in Wales. And I'm currently on the Sgwd trail heading down to, is it Sgwd Gwladys? Now, I tell you what, one thing I'm absolutely blown away by is all these autumn colours. How gorgeous is this looking at the moment? There is some fantastic mix of golden leaves and brown leaves and yeah, oh man. Do you know what, I actually thought that while it is late autumn, I thought that we might have missed quite a bit of the colour in the leaves and stuff here. I think when it comes to the UK, Wales seems to get autumn first and it slowly moves across the country. That's what I've actually almost moved down as well slightly. That's what I've found from my adventures around various parts of the country. So, yeah, I'm talking absolute rubbish, I'm sure, but yeah, I thought I might have missed it. I don't know if it's the weather conditions in Wales. Obviously, it's, with it being West Coast, it's definitely more wet and a bit windier as it whips in off the sea. So I thought we'd probably have lost a lot more leaves. I mean, don't get me wrong, the path is littered with them, but there's still quite a lot hanging onto the trees for dear life. Anyway, yeah, so unexpected trip to Wales. For those of you who haven't watched last week's video, you can go back and watch it obviously, but I'm here to do a different photography job, and they asked me to basically travel up a bit early to do some earlier stuff, and I found myself with a free weekend. That's a real Cliff Notes version of it. Not a free weekend, sorry, a free afternoon. As I say, that's a real Cliff Notes version, so you can get the full information if you go back and watch last week's video. I mentioned it pretty much straight away. Anyway, this week's video though, after my trip it would have been last week's video for you. It was about an hour ago for me, not even that. Made me realise there is one lens in my kit bag that I don't think I could live without. Now we'll come back to that. I'm currently getting a motor on to go find me a waterfall. Anyway, the lens then that I couldn't live without being in my camera bag when I'm off on landscape adventures, and I have mentioned it before, it's my ultra wide angle lens, the Sigma 12-24 f4R. What a beautiful lens that is. Now, there are drawbacks to it obviously, but yeah, I love that lens. It's sharp, the colour rendition is brilliant. Everything about that lens is absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. And I'm really, really happy with that purchase. As I say, I managed to get it for a steal. Sorry, just going through the gate. Yeah, managed to get it for a steal, so I really can't complain at that. And it's probably not my most used lens, but it's definitely one that I couldn't live without. So we'll come back to that again. I'm going to keep adventuring on, see if we can find me waterfall. So there we have it. Now, all those shots that I've just taken of Sgwd Gwladys, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, apologies, were actually just shot with the ultra wide. Now the reason being is there was a lot of foreground to play around with, so it's one of the best things about the ultra wide angle lens, the Sigma 12 to 24. You can get your foreground rammed right in, which is great for when you're doing waterfall photography. And it's the same with the Henrhyd falls from the last video. I used the ultra wide angle then as well to utilise the foreground, else you're literally just stuck with waterfall. And it's nice that, you know, I mean, they're beautiful things to photograph, but it's always nice to have an extra bit of foreground in there as well. And it goes back to my video from Danesdyke, which will be a couple of weeks ago for you guys, actually quite a few weeks ago for you guys, with regards to the composition. It just helps tell the story rather than just having waterfall, beach. You know, it gives you something to anchor down on. Now, yeah, I wouldn't live without that lens in there. Now, I love my 24-35. I love my 50mm. Really love my 50mm. Sharp as a tack, that is. Oh God, I've got to duck under some trees now. Oh, let's not try and knock Brian on that. Yeah. Oh God, this one's even lower. Excuse me while I limbo. Yeah. Sharp as a tack. Love that lens. But I can compensate for them with other lenses, and obviously there's the drawbacks with having the 12 to 24 using it is obviously that it's a very limited focal range, and you couldn't just go out with the 12 to 24 in your camera bag. But it's definitely a lens I wouldn't do without. I mean, the 24 to 35 and the 50, you could get something that's more of a coverall, like a 24 to 105 or 35 to 150, or even a 24 to 70, cover those two lenses and gives you some spare as well. Sorry, I've got a massive shadow across my eyes. There you go. Whereas none of those lenses I've just mentioned actually go as wide as 12mm. Obviously they all start at around 24 to 35mm, which is still wide, just not wide enough for ramming foreground into pictures. So yeah, there you have it. Lens I can't do without. Now, I'm on the way back to the car. I don't think I'm going to see any more pictures. The light's drawing in as well. I've still got over half hour till sunset, but it's a bit cloudy, and obviously because I'm in the trees, it's quite dark as well. So yeah, the image quality on this video is probably quite poor, to be honest with you. I don't know. But yeah, so heading back to the car, and I'm going to sign out. So obviously, if you like the old video, give us the old thumbs up. Drop some subscribes from down the bottom as well. There'll be always content hitting this channel. We do obviously try and release a video once a week. On a rare occasion it doesn't allow, but I do my best. But yeah, no, there's always content dropping. Obviously we are in the middle of November now, so we are heading up towards the festive period and hoping we get some snow and get out and do that. Car camping some snow, that'll be good fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be the first time. Flamber in March. So yeah, anyway, drop us some likes and subscribes, and this is Mike out. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.